Hi, yes, this is the channel where 5 football fans see if it's actually possible to predict the outcome of every game in a Premier League season. Welcome to Predict the Score. Right, here we are again, giving our predictions for match day 21 in the Premier League, which are midweek games next week.
Yes.
Nothing this weekend. And a look back how we did with match day 20. Before we start, let's have a look back at the answer to last week's Stato question, which was 6 teams all share the record for going a whole season without winning a single away game. That was Norwich, Coventry, Hull, Leeds, Derby. Which are the Premier League team?
Wolves.
Wolves, it is. A big shout out again to Logan. Well done, mate. You got there in the end via the M6. We did get there in the end. Thank you very much. It was some great fun talking to you. Really good fun speaking to you all week. Right, this week's Stato question. This is a very predict the score question. Okay, it's no secret that we all love a Desmond.
Yes.
That's a 2-2 to anybody who doesn't know. There were 25 Desmonds in the Premier League last season, but 2 teams had 5 each.
Wow.
Can you name either team that had 5 Desmonds last season? Answers, please, in the comments. Give us your answers. Logan, have a go at it. Yeah. By all means, please try.
You've got 2 teams to pick from.
And I'll give you a clue. Both teams are still in the Premier League, so it's not one of the relegated teams. They're still in the Premier League this year. So please have a go at it. Please, anybody, give us a
good question.
We love a Desmond. We love a Desmond, dear. Apart from Carl, who doesn't like one this week.
No.
Right, let's have a look at match day 21 games coming up. Midweek games coming up for next week. Phil, you've got Brentford versus Man City. Now, Brentford conceding a lot of goals this year, and City look like it might have turned a corner, so I think...
This is a tricky one. I spoke to Dave, and I can't decide. Yes, you think Man City have brought it back, but going by on the West Ham game, any other team would have got something against Man City.
I think so.
They're not tracking back or anything like that.
No.
But I'm going to take a different approach. Ooh. I'm going to roll the dice.
You're going to roll the dice?
We're going to roll the dice.
I've got some dice. Right.
Someone roll it.
We've got red. We go red for Brentford, blue for Man City.
Yep.
I just happen to have red and blue. Dave, hold that. Whoa. And I will chuck the dice in.
Crack on.
And it's 6-1 to City.
Fantastic.
6-1 to Man City.
How funny that happens, though.
Okay, so that's 1-6. Okay.
Fair enough.
If that comes in, I will buy you a pint.
Thank you.
Right, your next game, you've got your team, you've got Leicester versus Palace. 1 win in 12 for Leicester.
Thank you.
Conceding 30 goals. So absolute must-win game. Absolute must-win game for Leicester.
It is a must-win.
Palace need it as well, don't they?
Palace, we both need it. We need 3 points. And the way Ipswich are playing, you know, that we have to win. But if he keeps playing Vestergaard, I mean, an absolute donkey. But anyway, Leicester won, Palace won.
Oh, he's gone for a 1-1.
I can't.
The rarest score.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Actually, no, we were talking this. We don't think we've ever done a 0-0. We've never predicted.
I don't think we have.
I don't think we've ever predicted a 0-0. So 1-1 is the rarest score.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Stato, big man. He has got Everton versus Villa and Arsenal versus Tottenham. Let's have a look at his scores. He did send them in to me. Right, Everton versus Villa. Everton averaging 1 goal every 5 matches. That says it all to me.
Yeah.
They are in desperate need of a striker. Right, and then they haven't beaten Villa since 2016, and that's when they had Lukaku up front. So that shows you how bad their strike rate is. Personally, I think Stato's been a bit lenient here. He's going Everton 0, Aston Villa 1.
Sounds about right to me as well, to be fair.
Calvert-Lewin injured.
If they've got no Calvert-Lewin, they won't score a goal.
Yeah, Villa are not the same team they were last year. And that's purely down to, Champions League. So
1 goal in every 5 games. Yet they're still not in the relegation.
Pickford, mate, he's having an absolute fantastic season.
They've had they had a few 0-0s.
Yeah.
Right, his second game, he's got Arsenal versus Tottenham. Massive game, massive London derby.
Good game.
Lots at stake here. Big Ange under pressure to turn this season around after a run of poor results. Mind you, they did beat Liverpool last night.
They did.
Arsenal still trying to stay in the title race. This is always a tight game, usually only decided by 1 goal either way. He's gone Arsenal 1, Tottenham 0.
Oh,
so tight game on that.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Lover, you're next. You've got West Ham versus Fulham. New manager bouts West Ham?
I think so.
Fulham still unbeaten in 8, but more draws than an IKEA showroom.
Very good.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'm here all week, but
definitely first game. I think it will be a manager bounce.
Yeah.
So I'm going West Ham 2,
Yeah.
Fulham 1.
Oh, okay. Nice one.
Close game, but I just think they'll pip it. Yeah, I think they'll pip it.
Okay, next game, you've got Ipswich versus Brighton. Ipswich on a upturn, finally. Brighton winless in 8, in the same IKEA store as Fulham, I think.
Yeah, well,
the draws.
this one here, I was going to go for a Desmond on this. I was going to go for a Desmond.
We love a Desmond.
But then I've changed my mind.
Oh.
Because
Which way are you going?
Well, because Brighton haven't won in 8.
Yeah.
And they need to get a win, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Ipswich 1.
Yeah.
Brighton 2.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I think they will get it. I
Interesting.
think they will. Right, Dave, Kino Dino. Gosh, he was there last night, midfield general. He was giving it large last night. Didn't score though against me though, did you? Though? Didn't have a shot against me, did you? Though?
I played it more defensive.
You were defensive.
I
He was that midfield engine. He was. Right, Dave, you've got your team, Forest versus Liverpool. Big test for Forest. Can they do the double? Because you've already beaten Liverpool once.
No.
You're not going to do the double.
Oh,
No belief.
it's a bit of an
No belief
I
at a City
believe,
game.
but you know, there's just so many head and heart in this one, isn't it?
It's a difficult one, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a different one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go for well, it might not be a first, but I'm going to go for Forest 0, Liverpool 0.
Oh, he's gone for the Holy Grail.
What?
The Holy Grail of scores. Right, okay.
Someone score a hat-trick now.
Yeah. Do you want the dice for this next one? You've got Man United versus Southampton.
Go on.
And Man United need to play like they did against Liverpool last week.
No, I don't.
You're not going for the dice?
No, because it'll probably be Southampton win. I need the point. I'm going to go Man United 3,
Yeah.
Southampton 1.
You think that's Southampton going to score against us?
They got to score eventually.
It's very generous of you, Dave. Right, down to my games. I've got Chelsea Bournemouth. Right, a few weeks ago, we were all singing the praise of Chelsea, saying they were going to win everything, and they looked like proper title challengers. 4 games without a win, and the wheels have come off again. Bournemouth can beat anybody on their day, we say that.
Yep.
I just wonder if this is their day. At the Bridge,
Could be.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Right.
I'm going Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1.
I said the issue Chelsea do have though is the fact they've got far too many players.
They've got a lot of players.
And he's trying and fit them all in all season.
Yeah.
But then when they were doing well, he was sticking to his first 11 pretty much. Now he started to try and
Chopping
get
it
them all
about.
getting
It's
games.
all falling apart again, trying to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
Right, second game, I've got Newcastle versus Wolves, which looks like a great game for the neutral. Newcastle really are on a run of form. They are taking on
Playing
all
well.
comers with ease, scoring plenty of goals.
Yeah.
They've scored 15 in 5 games. Wolves don't look like they can challenge top sides. The only top 10 side they've beaten so far is Fulham. I think the 2-0 will absolutely brush them aside with no problem at all. It's going to be Newcastle 3, Wolves 0.
Yeah.
That one, and it's my bonus game this week.
Oh.
More points for me. Of course, there's only one game. Which game am I going to go for? There's only one game I can go for, and it's the mighty Manchester United versus Southampton. I can't see Southampton getting anything other than smashed at Old Trafford. I am going Man United 5. Man United 5, Southampton 0. Man United 5, Southampton 0.
You wouldn't do Southampton.
1-0.
Southampton.
Hey, come on. Right. Okay, well, that's our predictions for Match Day 21 coming up. I'll put them all up on the screen. So you can screenshot it if you really want to see what we've done there. And we'll move on to how we did with last week's.
Yes.
What a week.
Ooh.
Good week.
Okay. I think it's our best week.
I think so.
I think our best week. We get 3 points for a correct score if we predict it, and we get a point for every correct result that we predict. And I think we only dropped 2 games this week between us. That's absolutely fantastic. Right, because we have a table, and the winner at the end of the season gets a little trophy. Lovely. But the loser this year has to present the last video of the year wearing the shirt of their team's rivals. Phil, for you, that's going to be...
Forest.
Carl, for you, it's going to be a... He's not even going to say the word. It's a Birmingham City shirt.
Yes.
Dave, you're going to have to wear...
Derby
shirt. I'm going to have to wear a Liverpool shirt. Big man Ross, we're not sure whether it's going to be...
We can't decide.
We'll pick it.
We'll pick it.
We'll pick it. Lovely. Okay, right, Phil.
Yes.
You had a fantastic week. You got correct score for Bournemouth Everton and 2 correct results for Southampton Brentford and City versus West Ham.
All right.
You get a fantastic 5 points. Stato, big man. Nothing for Fulham Ipswich, but he did get a correct score for Brighton versus Arsenal, so he gets 3 points.
Good call.
Good call, that was.
Well done.
He went for the 1-1, you see, the rare score.
No,
got it?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Lover. Nothing for Liverpool versus Man United. But a correct score for Villa versus Leicester. 3 points to you.
Well done.
Dave, Nothing for Palace versus Chelsea, but a correct result for Spurs versus Newcastle. That's 1 point to you. Me, 2 correct results. Wolves, Forest, Man City, West Ham, 2 points for me. I'll put the table up on the screen. Phil, what a week to get 5 points
and still
be bottom.
But
look at that though. Look at how close we are.
It is, yeah.
You can tell this season
Early days.
everybody's really
We're
trying. Everybody's trying not to come bottom this year. Right. Okay. Well, that is it for this week. Obviously, we'll be back next week with our predictions for match day 22, which is going to be the weekend after.
Yes.
And the results from this next week's midweek games, and of course the answer to this week's Stato Desmond question. Ooh. But until then, enjoy your football.
Go on, you Saints.